Before we get into this, let me say clearly, this isn't about hating women. This isn't about being broke. This is about the economy, the social contract, and expectations that never updated. Because when people talk about relationships like it's still 1955, but prices look like they do in 2025 and going into 2026, somebody math is off.
If you are going to trade your body, your womb, your life force, your labor for whatever a man provides, whatever resources he has, shouldn't those resources be way more than you can do for yourself? Like, what is the point?
What you talking about, Willis?
This is where framing gets dangerous. You're describing relationships like a transaction, but only applying market logic to one side. Because if a relationship is a trade, then both people bring risk, sacrifice, and labor, not just one.
Look at the average woman, the average married woman. We're talking about average people, which are most people. Their lives are not that much different than a single woman.
I don't like that shit. For sure, bro. I don't like that shit.
This part sounds convincing until you zoom out. Average married women don't just share lifestyles, they share risk pooling. It's two incomes, it's shared housing costs, it's shared emergencies, shared long-term stability. I mean, that don't look flashy on Instagram, but it matters when real life hits.
And they have all those added responsibilities on it. So you have a kid for a man, a couple of kids, right? For him to buy you a minivan to drive around in? You can't even drive around in style. Like, he can't afford a Range Rover?
What?
This is where reality breaks the fantasy. Most families aren't broke because men are stingy. They broke because the cost of living exploded. Childcare, housing, healthcare, insurance. A Range Rover don't change the math. It just changed the photo.
A Porsche Cayenne? You mean to tell me you got to take all them kids and put them in the back of a van? This shit don't make no sense to me. Your women can die from childbirth. Our lives, when you bring a child into this, that means you may be giving your life for that life. For you to leave the hospital and get in the back of a fucking Honda CRV?
You crazy bitch!
Nah, it's no way. The math is not mathing to me. And I know this is going to offend a lot of average men because most men are average, and they can do what they can do, right?
I said, I ain't giving you no 350, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your own goddamn money.
But I'm here to bring awareness to women, right? Because we're all trading. They're choosing you and determining whether you're worthy enough for their resources. Don't ever think they're not seeing where you measure. If they're going to trade whatever resources they have, the limited resources, because most average men are limited, right?
Rudest.
So you got to be on the same type of time. It's no way I'm putting myself in a Porsche without any fucking help from a man for me to give my body and womb to a man for him to put me in a fucking Jetta.
Fucking die!
I don't have a babysitter on call, people to help. Why? What is the reason to just say I have a man and you're helping him build? Why? I mean, it's safe for everybody. Some chicks, that's what they get. But I'm speaking to a different. It's no way. I be looking at married women, the average man. It's no way I'm trading myself for what? You literally do not need them to give you the shit they give you. It really is not. It's not a flex. Y'all can really go down to them people's job and do the same thing and even better. And it's not limited. A man's resources is limited.
Okay, so yeah, average men resources are limited, but so are women's time, energy, and biology. That's why relationships used to work, because it was about a partnership, not about auditioning for luxury. Here's the part nobody wants to say out loud though. Women entering the workforce changed the economy, and that's not a bad thing, but it ended the single earner world. Two incomes became the norm. Housing doubled, wages flattened, and families stopped surviving on one check. So the social contract changed. You can't celebrate independence and still demand dependent benefits. That's not empowering, that's selective tradition. And this idea of why help a man build? Because historically, people built together. Not because one person couldn't survive alone, but because two people cooperate and survive better. The problem isn't average men. The problem is expectations frozen in a dead economy. Because if women work, families need two incomes, and the old model no longer exists. Then relationships have to evolve too. You can't run modern independence on old school fantasy rules. End of the day, I don't chase illusions. I move with reality.